Across our state, there are literally hundreds of low-head dams found on streams and rivers. Their picturesque appearance often hides a more sinister reality: the disappearance of aquatic wildlife and the destruction of habitat. Even deaths of people caught in their powerful undertow. Wildside guide Alan Griggs takes us to the river to learn more.
The Sequatchie River flows lazily along as it approaches historic Kettner's Mill near Whitwell, Tennessee, a peaceful setting of days gone by when gristmills were active. But the river becomes a powerful, violent force once it reaches the Old Mills Dam, called a lowhead dam, a common sight and a common danger across our state.
The dams are actually located below the surface of the water. You don't realize that the water is dropping off. It just looks like a smooth surface the whole way across. It's not until you get to the very edge of the dam that you realize what danger you're in.
People floating the Sequatchie might or might not see the danger signs as they approach the dam, but once close, it's often too late. Watch what the water's turbulence does to this basketball, pulling it under and holding it captive, only to repeat the process time and again.
That basketball is a great example of the dangers created by these low-head dams. As the water pours over the dams, it creates a hydraulic, a powerful backwash that holds everything in its wake, including people. That's why these dams are often called drowning machines.
It's being forced underneath the water and then it pops up again at the surface. And this is what would happen to a human, is they would be on the surface of the water, they would be pulled next to where the water's down, they'd hit the bottom, and they'd pop up again.
Water rushing over this dam in Rutherford County pulled one rescuer to his death several years ago. At another dam nearby, on the West Fork of the Stones River, 2 people died. They were friends of BERTHA CRIETZBURG.
When they came off the rapid, instead of coming out away from the rock, they came in close to the dam and it pulled them into the hydraulic, and it was impossible to get out. This particular one is very dangerous because of the accessibility. I strongly believe it should be taken out.
As the creator of water power for mills and as a retainer of water for farmers' crops and animals, low-head dams were once vital to the population. Today, though, they are little more than serious dangers to recreationists and aquatic life.
The downstream end of the dam is more your free-flowing natural habitat. You get above it, it really turns it more into a reservoir.
One reason why the TWRA's Kim Elkins wants to see the rivers restored to their natural flow.
I would like to see the system restored back to what it was before the dam was built. I'm generally for the more free-flowing systems, especially these smaller systems that don't need to have dams on them.
The dams create a sediment-filled habitat above them that often chokes aquatic life. Normal travel patterns for fish and other animals are also blocked. Both usually doom the waterborne animals in the area.
So what happens is if you lose an entire population of a species above the dam, there's no way for the individuals below the dam to recolonize that area. So instead of losing just an animal going through a dam, instead you've lost entire populations.
Complicating matters is when a growing city depends on the river's water for part of its needs.
This Lowhead Dam was built by the city of Franklin in the 1960s in order to basically create a small pool behind it for their intake structure for the drinking water plant. And this particular structure right here, in essence, that means you can't have any fish migrations up further from this location. And recreationally, it's a hazard.
Lowhead dams are a good reason for those people going out on the water to think ahead, to study the river and its landscape.
They need to know what the water level is. And they need to know what's happening on this side of the dam.
So that these relics of the past don't cause a tragedy in the future.
If there's material below the dam in that hydraulic that's churning, they need to just stay away from it.
I'm Alan Griggs on Tennessee's Wildside.
Low-head dams can be removed if great care is taken to protect wildlife from changes in the river or stream. Things like the sudden release of sediment buildup behind the dams.
Plans are currently underway to remove the last low-head dam on the Harpeth River, along a meticulous process we hope to share with you on a future show.